Good morning. We have today a very eminent sports person and a coach. He was a national coach for badminton in India, a co-founder of the Prakash Padukone Academy. He has also represented India internationally for almost 12 years and an Olympian himself. And his recent, he has been in the news for taking Saina Nehwal to the world #1 rank. So it's a pleasure to have you today with us, Mr. Vimal Kumar. I think the obvious question is, how was your coaching journey with Saina?
No, I think I know Saina as a 10-year-old girl. I've seen her in the past. She used to come down to Bangalore to play in smaller junior events, and since then I know her. And she was always rated as the player with a lot of potential. Maybe in 2006, when I was the chief coach of India, that was the first time. That was the first time that I gave her the opportunity to play for the country in a crucial match. So that's how I could really test her that time, and especially when we were playing a match against England. It was a very crucial game, and the top player at that time was Aparna Popad, and so we were playing when it was in the league phase, and Aparna was playing against England, and she was losing to the English #1 player, and so Saina was sitting next to me, and she was just a 15-year-old girl then, and she was sitting next to me and watching that match, and so at that time, I still remember, she telling me that, if you give me a chance, I think, I can beat this girl, So coming that from a 15-year-old girl, and she was not. It was not an arrogant statement or anything, but I sense that it is just sheer confidence. In the team meeting that evening, I took one decision. I consulted the other coaches, and then I said, so the next matches onwards, I'm going to field Saina. I don't know. It was a risky decision, but somehow, the way she asked me that, really, I felt very, very confident, and so then I gave that opportunity for her in that situation, and when we played England, Saina, true to her word, beat Tracy Hallam. She was a defending Commonwealth Games champion, and she beat her in straight games, and that was very, very impressive. So then I met her last year at the Thomas Cup Cup matches. She asked me, she approached me, and so I had a few sessions with her. Then that's the time we started talking again, and so then I said, she said, I'm going through this, and my game is not clicking, and so then I gave her a few suggestions, and I said, you are one of the top players in the world. You're at a stage in your career, you cannot now expect things to be done by other people. You have to take your own decisions, and so it did not strike her then, so I kept on saying, I said, these are decisions, Lord, you have to take responsibility, you have to take charge, and then accept, for all your good and poor performances, take responsibility for all that, Once you can relate to that, then automatically, things will fall in place,
Asked many questions that Saina is not got a medal in All England, she's not got a medal in World Championship, she's not world #1. So I was in many things, I didn't have many things, but then I moved to Bangalore. I was also feeling very sad about it, that the results are not coming out, I was not achieving so much. Then I moved to Bangalore, I spoke to Vimal sir about it. Vimal sir was like, Saina, first thing you have to do is just believe in yourself, and the training, I will take care of it. You don't have to worry about the training. So the belief was very, very important, which he made me actually believe that I can be the best in the world, I can win titles, I can also beat the top players in the world. And I think it's only because of the kind of, the way he behaved with me off the court, Vimal Kumar sir and Prakash sir. They were always very positive with me. They never made me feel that I have lost matches. They always made me believe that, Saina, you lost that match, but still you will come out as a winner next time. So it has always been very positive interacting with both of them.
I was reading about how Saina has transformed herself. But how is it to coach a world champion? It's at this level of peaking. From there, how do you really coach the person?
No, coaching a world champion is not easy. When a player at that level, in any field, they will have lots of ideas. Sometimes, they don't get an opportunity to implement them. So you give them a platform. You should ensure that if there is you can provide them a platform to try those ideas, try those things, and so maybe that is what has happened, and so I have encouraged her to basically to take charge of herself, a lot more, and I kept telling her, I said, there is no magic, there is no one who can just with a magic wand do things for you. It is you. Lots of the things are in you. You wouldn't be playing at this level if you don't have that ability or that talent. You wouldn't be getting here. So it is just a question of applying yourself little more. And then she started analyzing her game a little more, and started taking little more responsibility. And so even for training sessions also, when we plan a program, when I talk to her, I ask her. So she used to initially tell me, sir, you decide. So I said, no, it is not for me to decide. It is you decide. You have to tell me what you want and what you are looking for. So then I will decide. Subsequently I decide. So it is that. So I wanted her to open up more and come out with her ideas. So that sort of a thing, she started enjoying. Again, I'm stressing here, when you start enjoying, because it might be the same thing, but she felt a lot more her involvement in the training, and maybe she felt that I am giving her a lot more individual attention to translate her ideas. So such things, maybe she started believing in those things, and so maybe to a certain extent, she found that enjoyment in her sessions. So then the rest is very easy. Once you start enjoying what you do, then automatically things will fall in place. So it is that enjoyment. It is not easy. You cannot just say you enjoy your sessions. You can give somebody the best of things, best of facilities, best of environment, everything you can give. But if that person is not enjoying what they're doing, then you cannot realize your potential. She's coming and staying in a small room. If you really look at it, from a star, you have gone back to your basics. See, it always helps sometimes, like any other kid in the academy, you go through, reach up to your fundamentals. When you do that, automatically you find ways to get back.
And that's a great insight. And if you look at the individuals, managers, sports people, there are mindsets in us. Yes. There are behaviors, mindsets. Yes. What might be stopping us from realizing our potential. The words that you use, realizing the potential. In your experience as a coach, what has really helped people to realize their potential? How can they change those mindsets?
It is again, you have to value what you get. That's very important. It is a general tendency for everybody to complain. Because the more you moan, you're not going to realize your potential. So that sort of too much complaining, it is very general. It is a habit. People just lose stock. Such things, if you can avoid. This, to a certain extent, I learned a lot this from Prakash Padukone. He is one person, who was also world's best player and come up self-taught, self-made person. I would say, as an individual, he has come up on his own. Limited facilities, limited everything. I don't think he had anything. If you look at it in the 60s, and his father used to take him in a cycle to the training centers and to make him play, and he played in a marriage hall where only in the 6 months of the year only he could play badminton. So the other 6 months, there was nothing. But he never thought that other 6 months also he needed to play. But he was happy that he got that 6 months to play. So that sort of a mindset, to get that, it is not easy, because nowadays the comfort level have gone up, lots of facilities are available, but we don't value that. We keep moaning and we keep saying that this is not good, we want more, and we always look for what is not there.
When we were here in the morning, we could see Saina practicing, and you mentioned to us that she practiced almost 5-6 hours a day. So what is that one thing that makes that individual so focused?
Even after so many years, at the top, she's still finding ways to. So in between, when she lost that passion, she started going. She stopped enjoying it. Then she went down. That happens, So maybe a few tips here, there, like I've said, and when it connects to that person, what we talk to them, if you are able to connect with that individual, then and if they find that it is beneficial, because at that high level they are also strong personalities, they also have their views, they also have their ego, so many things are involved, so when what you convey, maybe it gets connected, then it may be however small it may be, or it may be even very silly things, but those people at the top, they will realize the importance of certain things, and they will latch onto it, and they will find way to get back.
I think when you have been doing serious coaching, definitely, to many youngsters and world champions like Saina, there will be a lot of moments in your life, or moments in those coaching journey, which is maybe funny or memorable. Anything that you can recollect?
Ivan Lendl, he was a former tennis world number one. He was world number one, and he could never do well in Wimbledon. And people used to write so many things against him. They said he could never play well in grass and he would never succeed. So then at that time, he had appointed Tony Roche. He was one of the top Australian coach as his coach, and come for Wimbledon preparation. And I watched one or two of his practice sessions. So Tony Roche, at that time, when he was training Lendl, he was constantly, putting Lendl down. Lendl was world number one. Constantly putting him down, and but Lendl not even uttered, because Lendl was making errors when he was volleying at the net, and but Tony Roche kept on, pushing him, and so many of us people watching that. But Lendl, as a world number one, never uttered a word. He kept on just being focused. Then he could have just got annoyed and just walked out, or could have done anything. But the attitude he displayed there, really struck me. And one was he was basically trying to get used to what McEnroe would do to him when he plays him, because McEnroe was one person who would throw tantrums and upset somebody's rhythm. So to go through that, he was Lendl's process was that. I really enjoyed, and I learned from a lot of those things, and during my stay in England. And so even in my coaching philosophy, I relate a lot of tennis incidents. I watch a lot of, even now I watch a lot of tennis. I sit and watch a lot of the way the Federer plays, or Nadal plays, and Djokovic, and earlier, Borg used to be my favorite, and so many matches I used to watch basically to learn, how the players cope with tough situations when in their matches, So that has helped me in my coaching process.
So what will be your advice in terms of they're going through the coaching journey?
Everybody has a certain potential. Ensure that you try to realize your potential. That is the most important thing. You see, even in my coaching, this also, everybody cannot be a Saina Nehwal, or everybody cannot be Prakash Padukone. Everybody cannot get to be the number one. But that doesn't mean that you give it a try. You should ensure that whatever is your potential. See, at the end of your career, you should eventually have the satisfaction that yes, I tried everything possible. So don't be bitter about it. So if you can find a way to realize your potential, then you will get, eventually you have to be satisfied. So how will you get that satisfaction? If you feel, yes, this is what I could do, the best, I have done whatever whatever was possible. So if that sort of a mindset you can develop, and realize your potential, then I would say you have succeeded to a certain extent in life.